Welcome to our Blackboard lesson. Today, we're going to break down a very important part of the Indian Constitution. Part 2, which deals with citizenship. We'll be covering Articles 5 all the way to 11. So, why does Part 2 even exist? Imagine the time right after independence and partition. There was a massive movement of people, and India needed clear, solid rules to define who was an Indian citizen. Part 2 was created to provide these crucial definitions at that very important moment in our history. Let's start with Article 5. This article explains who was considered a citizen on January 26, 1950, the day our Constitution came into full effect. To be a citizen, then, a person needed to have their domicile in India, meaning they intended to live here permanently. Along with that, they had to meet one of three conditions. Either they were born in India, or at least one of their parents was born in India, or they had been living in India for at least 5 years before that date. Next up, Article 6. This one deals with people who migrated from Pakistan to India during partition. It's split into two parts. If someone moved to India before July 19, 1948, they were automatically considered a citizen. However, if they arrived on or after that date, it wasn't automatic. They had to go through a registration process to become a citizen. Now, what about the reverse? Article 7 covers people who first migrated from India to Pakistan but later returned to India. The Constitution says they did not automatically get their citizenship back. They had to follow specific legal procedures to be considered for Indian citizenship again. Article 8 is about people of Indian origin living outside India at that time. Think of those living in other countries whose parents or grandparents were from India. This article allowed them to become Indian citizens by registering themselves at an Indian embassy or diplomatic mission in the country where they were living. Article 9 is very straightforward. It says that if a person voluntarily acquires the citizenship of another country, they immediately lose their Indian citizenship. This is because India does not permit dual citizenship. You can only be a citizen of one country at a time. Moving on to Article 10. This article is about continuity. It simply states that anyone who became a citizen under the rules of Articles 5 to 9 will continue to be a citizen. Of course, this is subject to any laws that the Parliament might make in the future. And that brings us perfectly to Article 11. This is a very powerful article. It gives the Indian Parliament the full and exclusive power to make any laws related to citizenship. This includes rules for acquiring citizenship in the future and for terminating it. All citizenship laws made after 1950, like the Citizenship Act of 1955, are based on the power given by this article. So, let's do a quick recap. Articles 5 to 11 established the foundation of Indian citizenship. They defined who was a citizen at the very beginning, created rules to handle the unique situation of migration during partition, and gave our Parliament the authority to control all future laws on the matter. Thank you for joining our class today. I hope this made the topic of citizenship in the Indian Constitution much clearer. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more lessons. See you next time.